like I said, we thank God for another opportunity to come out to this house this morning. Most of all, we're saved, and we got a better place to go to one day after a while. And, you know, like Mike had said there in Sunday school, that it don't matter what you've done throughout this life or anything else. If you've not been saved by the grace of God, you can be this morning. No matter what you've done in your past, it doesn't matter, because let me tell you something, God can wash all that away this morning. He can take every bit of that and wipe it clean. You start out with a clean slate this morning. So, if you got something to do this morning, do it. I know it's been said, in Sunday school, Marty's not here. We know that. But let me tell you, if you come to church to try to please Marty, you've come to the wrong reason. I love Marty with all my heart, and I'd do anything I could for him. And I'll stand behind him when he stands on God's word. But I don't come to church for Marty. I don't come to do what Marty wants me to do. I come to do what God wants me to do. So this morning, if you come and you want to do what God would have you to, then step out and do it this morning. Don't be afraid because Marty ain't here that somebody ain't that he ain't gonna be able to hear it or see it. That doesn't matter. God, Marty just would love for us just to do what God would have us to this morning. He'd love to be able to get a phone call here in a little bit and say that somebody got saved, or this person was able to get there where they were a little bit closer to God. All these different things, he'd love to get a phone call from God about that. So let's just do what God would have us to this morning. If you need the altar's open. Marty can't close the altar. He can't open the altar, whatever. If you need it, it's here this morning. Come use it. If you need to join the church, join the church. And whatever you got to do this morning, just do it this morning. We come here to worship God. We come here to step out on the faith that God has given us. So let's do that this morning. Let's step out on that faith. Let's don't just come in here and sit down and wait on the preacher to get up and preach so we can go home. That's what a lot of times happens is when the pastor's gone, we get slack. We come in here and act like we don't know how to have church when the pastor ain't here. I've been to churches like that. When the pastor ain't there, they act like they're lost out in the middle of the field somewhere walking in circles because they don't know what to do. But when the pastor ain't here, guess what? God's still here. God's the one that leads and guides us and directs us through it all, not Marty. We've appointed Marty to be our pastor because we feel like he's the person for it and that God has sent to us. But he ain't the one that we go to each and every day when we need something. He ain't the one that when I'm in bed at night that I can't get sleep and stuff is going on, stuff's been happening in my life. Marty ain't the one that I go and call out to. It's God. So let's just make sure that we stay with God and do what God would have us to. Amen. If you got something to do it this morning. I won't be like Mike, I'm going to quit, I'm going to get started. So let's just do what God would have us to this morning.
Bless thee, Lord. Bless thee, Lord.
If you got a prayer request, make it known. If you got a testimony, make it known. Let's not be quiet on him this morning. Why show up and be quiet when all he's done for us? Ain't no one of us standing in this church that couldn't say God hasn't blessed us this morning. Ain't no one of us couldn't say it. I guarantee you. That Tiffany and Sean, I guarantee you, they could say that God blessed them. Because look what happened. He let them come through that safety. I know Tiffany may have got hurt, but guess what? She's still here. She's still able to work for him. She's still able to do what he had to do. So if we've been blessed this week, let's make it known. Let the redeemed of God say so this morning.
Bless thee, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Bless thee, Lord.
I appreciate the Sunday school. I love my church. While I was out, I'm glad to be back.
Bless you.
I was glad to say.
I should all remember Pop. He's hurting pretty good this morning. So just remember him. Get a little relief and be able to come tonight.
I'd like to say I thank God for the blessings that I've already got this morning. I got a great blessing this morning with Randy and also enjoyed Sunday school this morning. I'd like to thank God for that. I just want to thank you for blessing us, and I thank God for you preachers here that when Marty's not here, that we always got somebody here. We need to pray for y'all too, just like with Marty. I want to thank God this morning for my church.
Amen. Bless the Lord.
It's a good place to be this morning, Dustin. Thank you, Lord, for all that he's done for me.
Bless him, Lord.
Seeing fit to allow me to be in his house one more time. No, I don't deserve him. I thank you for all of his many blessings.
Bless him, Lord.
For the testimony he's given me.
Amen.
Remember Paige this morning. They called her into work. She's had to work Friday this week.
Bless him, Lord.
For all these, let's most of all, let's remember the lost this morning. Like I said, Marty, I'd love to get a phone call. For a while, he said. So and they've accepted the Lord this morning. Remember all those that aren't able to be here, all those in hospitals and the nursing homes and the people that can't get out and come here, you know. And don't, you know, the ones that aren't here, let's not go out and ask why they ain't here. Let's not question why they're not here. Let's just pray for them. You know, a lot of times we want to try to dig too much on what other people's problems are instead of just praying for them. There's times we keep digging and digging and digging, trying to, what happened here, what happened there, why wasn't you here, why wasn't you here? Just pray for them. God knows it all, just pray for them. If they're not here, pray for them. Pray that they'll be here tonight. That's all we need to do. We don't need to dig into everybody's business. We just need to let God handle His business, and let's be about the Father's business, as Randy said this morning. Do what God would have us to, work for God, and He'll take care of the rest of it.
If you guys keep eating your prayers, that'd be great.
Remember this.
I thank the Lord for being here, Brother Dustin. Thank the Lord for the Sunday school message. Like Brother Mike, I thank the Lord for His Word. You know, it's so important to us. We thank the Lord for it. Each and everything that He does for us. It is the righteous way. There is only one way. Amen. Amen.
Somebody help.
Remember Charlie Grace and Dawson, they've been sick for a few weeks now.
Remember this. Somebody else.
Jennifer, can you sing out of that, man?
Bless your Lord.
As she's getting ready to sing, I want to tell Mike I appreciate the Sunday school hour. You know, as he got to talking, he started talking about them N12 stones that got put up on the other side of the river that the Lord opened up. And, you know, it's good to have reminders in your life of where the Lord brought you from. You can always seems to go back, and as long as you start thinking, man, He got me out of this mess. He got me out of this mess. He's done this for me. He's done that for me. You know, I'm just so thankful for everything that He shows us. You know, if we'll just open our eyes, you know, it seems like this world, it just clouds our vision so much that you don't even think about the Lord a lot of times. But yet, He's always right there for us. You know, even when we're not expecting it. Maybe it's just to get a car out of your way on your way to work that you had no clue was going to be in your way. You know, I'm thankful for everything He does, even if I don't tell Him enough, because I sure don't. He blesses me so much, and I don't ever thank Him enough for what He does for us. I guess I just wouldn't have enough time today to thank Him. But I appreciate the Sunday school hour.
I know that man who walked among thousands, walked by the shore. I know that man that John baptized and Peter brought home. I know that man who fed the hungry. I know that man who gave to the poor.
Bless her, Lord.
I met him at the age of 31 in my car on my way to work.
Bless her, Lord.
I know I didn't do it the ordinary way, but it doesn't matter where you're at. If he calls on you and he knocks on your heart, you need to let him in. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Bless her, Lord.
Don't miss the opportunity to have him come into your heart and save your life. It will be the best decision you've ever made. Can you say love to my
Bless the Lord.
Bless
Anybody got anything?
I was standing on the bank of the river, looking out over life's troubled sea, when I saw an old ship that was sailing. Is that the old ship of Zion I see? In the stern of the ship was the captain. I could hear as he called out my name. Get on board, it's the old ship of Zion. It will never pass this way again. As I step on board, I'll be leaving all my troubles and trials behind. I'll be safe with Jesus, the captain, sailing out on the ocean of Zion.
This, anybody else got anything?
Also ask the church, I'm like Brother Gavin, if you ain't got nothing else to pray for, pray for me. I always stand in the need of prayer.
Anybody else this morning?
Bless them. Bless them, Lord.
Truly standing in your prayers this morning. This is probably the students I've been since maybe the first time that I ever stood. I told them that in Sunday school and that. I've read and I just couldn't get settled on really anything. But maybe I'm just going to have to step out with a little faith this morning, step out with the Lord, and I know that He'll be right there with me. I know that He'll be my helper and He'll be my guide. I just want to be able to get myself out of the way for just a little bit and just be a mouthpiece there for Him. And that it might show somebody that they're lost, that they need to be saved this morning. I just ask a familiar scripture we could all probably quote it. Mike already quoted some of it in Sunday school, and at Luke, and at the 16th chapter, and the 19th verse, and that Satan even fought me with that, saying it's been preached before. You've preached it before. That's all right. I'm just going to go with God this morning, not worry about anything else, and just let Him do His part, and me get myself out of the way and do my part. And the 19th verse, it says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuous every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at the gate full of sores, and desired to be fed from the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. And the rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. And that's all we feel like reading. Last night we were praying and we were listening to songs and that on our phone. And we listened to that song that Bob sings, One Day I Will. And I've got to listen to that song. This is the scripture that the Lord gave me. One day I will walk on streets of gold. One day I will see my Savior face to face. My question to you this morning, will you? I will see that one day. But will you? I'm going to be like that Lazarus. I'm going to die one day, and I'm going to be carried by the angels to Abraham's bosom. But will you die and be like the rich man and be buried and lift your eyes in hell, being in torments? Listen, this morning, you don't have to die in that condition. You can be free from that this morning. You've heard it preached, and you've heard it preached around here. It's time that you get off your seat and start saying, I want to do something because time's running out. And you're not promised your next bread. You're not promised your next anything. Hell will be your home if you will accept Jesus. There ain't no other way to put that this morning. There ain't no other way around it. It's been talked about this morning already. You have two choices that to make. It's either going to be accept Jesus and go to heaven and be able to say one day, I will see him. Or you'll have to turn him away and be like the rich man and lift your eyes in hell, being in torments. We read in that one place that last night we talked about how it said that with those that die and they go to hell, they'll be in that wailing and gnashing of teeth. This morning preached in Wednesday night, there's going to be people biting on you just to get some relief because you're going to die, but you're never going to die. You're going to be in flames, but you're never going to burn up. You're going to feel that forever and ever. And some people's going to be biting on you, and you're going to be biting on other people just to try to get a little bit of relief. But there ain't going to be no relief there. Your relief is right here waiting on you. If you just come to it, you can have peace this morning. You can have that great gift, and you can have that great peace, and then you can have salvation. And we looked up the word. I don't know why, but it seems like lately every time I preach, the Lord has told me that to look up words to see what the definition of them is. We looked up the word, that's salvation. And the definition of it was deliverance from ruins or from an loss. Listen, you need to be delivered because you're going to go to a place that's going to ruin you forever and ever. You can be delivered of that this morning. Jesus and that came. He died upon the cross. And I believe it had been just you. He'd have still done it. If it had been just me. And that 6-year-old boy sitting on that back row of Carter Road. He'd have still done it because he loved us enough. And he wanted us to be able to have a place in heaven with him. And that's why he came and did all these things. He's wanting you to go to heaven. And that's why he's drawing you. That's why he's leaving the church here. Listen, the Bible's been fulfilled. Every bit of it's been fulfilled. The only thing that's stopping us from being here, from leaving here, is just God telling the Son, go get my church and bring them home. But once he does that, your hope is gone. There is no hope for you anymore. If you was to die and close your eyes in death right now, your hope is gone. And that something that'll tell you that there's going to be that 1,000 years. There's going to be that a purgatory. Listen, none of that's true. You're either going to be as the rich man was, and you're going to die and be buried and lift your eyes in hell, or you're going to be as Lazarus and be carried by the angels. Listen, I don't know that if I'm going to be here or not. Now, when Jesus comes back, I've already read it to us. The dead in Christ shall rise first, but those who remain shall be meeting him in the air. It don't matter to me whether I'm alive or I'm dead. I'm going to meet him on that day. I'm going to join him on that cloud. And Mike talks about it in Sunday school. He's going to open up that book. And he's going to look in there and he's going to see your name there or not. When he looks at me, when I stand before him, he's going to say, Travis, you've been faithful over a few things. Enter in. What's he going to tell you this morning? Is he going to say, depart from me, for I never knew you? I don't want you to have to hear those words. And that Jesus don't want you to have to hear those words. Listen, you don't have to hear those words this morning. All you got to do is just stand up and just let the Lord take over. And that we read it at another place. I won't be able to quote it exactly. But he talks about that Jesus holding our right hand and being our helper. Listen, all you got to do is just lift up your hand and let the Lord Lord take a hold of it, and He'll be your helper. And before you know it, you'll be getting off this altar. And you can say, guess what, church? I got saved. That's that simple. Just stand up for Him this morning, and He'll save you. And that because of that, He said in no wise cast us out. You say, well, I can't quote John 3:16. I don't know anything about the Bible. Listen, I was 6 years old that Sunday morning that He came to my heart and knocked. And I'm sure I couldn't quote John 3:16 that day. I'm sure that I didn't even know what John 3:16 was that day. All I knew is I was lost and on my way to the devil's hell. That's all you have to know this morning, is you have to know that you're lost. And then, I believe it was last night that group came and sung that song. Thank God I got lost so I could get saved. Listen, you got to be lost before you can be saved. So you this morning, you know you're lost. And you can feel that knock. It's time to be saved. It's time to put it off and just step out and let God save you. Don't be like the rich man. I believe in that he had many opportunities to that. But he just kept turning them away and kept turning them away. And he says that he died and was buried. And he lifted his eyes in hell, being in torments. And I believe in that one of the greatest torments you'll have is that great separation. Listen, you're going to be separated from your mom and dad. You're going to be separated from church. But most importantly, you're going to be separated from God. And you'll be able to be down there in the pits of hell. And I believe you'll be able to look up. And I believe you'll see that all that you could have had. And but all around you is going to be torments. All around you is going to be flames. And you're going to be there forever and ever. And you're going to say, well, I wish I went. But listen, and then it's going to be too late. But right now, if Jesus is knocking on your heart, it's time to get up and just say, I'm going to go get it. We read in that. I believe, thank you, Lord. I didn't know why I had to read all those places last night. But maybe just because I'm going to preach on all of them. We read last night about, and then they said, what the man profit if he and actually gain the whole world and lose his soul? What are you going to gain this morning? If you just sit there and do nothing, you're going to gain hell. But listen, if you get up off your seat, what you're going to gain is so much sweeter. Because there's going to be a peace. There's going to be a friend that can guide you. Listen, that Sunday morning that I got saved, I just got saved so I could escape hell. I didn't know all the benefits that came along with that. I don't have to worry about hell. I don't have to worry about that anymore. But not only that, I get to go to heaven and I get to feel that Holy Spirit that comes through here. That Holy Spirit that makes that grown men cry. And it makes women shout. It makes that everybody that's ever been saved just testify. Listen to that. You can have the same thing. You can have that same good thing this morning. It's just waiting on you right there. Listen, you don't. If the Lord's not telling you to come right here, you don't have to. If the Lord's telling you to kneel down where you're at, just kneel down right there. And He will save you. I promise you He will. I promise you He won't turn you away. Because, man, He wants you to be a part of His family. He wants you this morning. Listen, I believe Marty even preached this Wednesday night. Satan don't want you. He don't want you to go to heaven, but he don't want you either. If you go to hell, you're going to go there as an intruder. Because it was made for Satan and his angels. But listen, it's going to be made for you if you turn him away. It's going to be your home if you turn him away. It will be your forever and ever if you turn him away. But you don't have to. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that. Just come to the man that hung on the cross and gave up the ghost and rose on that third and appointed morning. Just come to Him and see what He'll do for you. Don't come because Travis is telling you to come. Because I'm nothing. And as I told him that in Sunday school, I asked him to pray for me. I told him that. I said, I don't know who I'm going to be preaching to. There's only one that I can speak for this morning. I know that I'm saved. And I can't speak for no. I believe some of these others are. But I can only speak for me. But listen. If you're lost this morning, you know you are. That Sunday morning, as the 6-year little boy, I didn't have to look around and say, Who's that he's talking to? Who's that his heart he's knocking on? I knew it was mine. And I knew that if I didn't get it, hell would be my home. And I had Marty preach the other night. He went for days and days. Listen, he talked about those that were fortunate just to be lost and get saved like that. That was me. I felt lost that Sunday morning, and I got saved that Sunday morning. Maybe you're here this morning, and just right now in this moment, you realize that you're lost. You don't have to run for days. You don't have to put it off. You can come right now and get that great peace. You don't have to go home and wallow in the bed. You don't have to do those things. You can get relief right now. I believe if you read on down, and the rich man told Abraham, he said, if you could just send Lazarus, just to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my parched tongue, he would have done anything to get some relief. And listen, once you get there, you'll do anything to get some relief. But there's not going to be any relief. There's not going to be anything that can help you that day when you open your eyes in hell. But today, there is relief for that. There isn't a way of escape. You say, how do I do it, preacher? First, I already told you, you got to know that you're lost. And you have to have a broken heart and a contrite spirit. And listen, I preached that long ago and talked about it. He said that the Lord is nigh to those that have a broken heart. And He will save those which have a contrite spirit. The Lord is nigh to you this morning. He's nigh to you because He's standing right outside your heart's door and He's knocking. He's just about to beat it in because He wants in so bad. But He's not going to force Himself in there. He's not going to do that this morning. All you got to do is just open up that door. Just show Him that you're willing. Listen, you've heard me say it many times. That Sunday morning I got up and I went beside Mom and I thought Mom could take care of it, but that peace wasn't there that I needed. And my first step was looking at Mom and saying, I need to go get saved. Your first step may be grabbing that one beside you. And your first step may be just kneeling down where you're at. I don't know what your first step is, but the Lord knows what you need this morning. And the Lord will help you. He will be your helper this morning. So if He and that is dealing with you, don't turn Him away this morning. I know that Sean and Tiffany didn't know that they were going to have a wreck last night. And then they told us that man, when they pulled out in front of them, was just from here and into that pew. And he pulled out. And they didn't know they were going to have that. Listen, you may go down the road here. And you may be driving down the road with your family. Or you may be the one driving. I don't know anybody's heart this morning. I don't know how old you are. But you may be driving down the road and somebody may pull out in front of you. But you may not be as fortunate as Sean and Tiffany was. And then Tiffany only has 2 broke fingers. But you may not have that fortune. Somebody may pull out in front of you, and you may have a car wreck, and you may die. Which one are you going to be this morning? Are you going to be as Lazarus was, and the angels come and pick you up and take you into Abraham's bosom? Or are you going to be as that the rich man and be buried and in hell? Lift your eyes. Listen, it's your choice this morning. I know which way I'm going. I know when that day comes for me that He's going to tell me, welcome in, that good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. But if you're here this morning and you don't know that, you can know that. And Marty preached the other night, if you've never felt the Spirit, you just don't have Him. That's just as simple as He can be. If you've never felt that Holy Spirit, that you're not His, but you can be His, and He can be yours. He can be your everything. And that this morning, come to Him. See what He has in store for you. I promise you, as it's been said many times, you won't regret it. You'll never be sorry that you ever accepted the Lord. There's been things that I've been sorry for. And that, listen, a lot of people don't know this. But my 8th grade year, I was going to church, and I did things, I said things I wasn't proud of. But I was going to church every Sunday. That my 8th grade year, I'm not proud of. But since I've served the Lord, every time that I've done anything for the Lord, I've been able to say, I'm proud of that. I've been able to say, I'm proud of that. Because of that, what He placed in my heart. Listen, He can place the same thing in your heart this morning. He will place the exact same thing in your heart this morning if you just come to Him. He's waiting on you. And that just to come to that and say, Lord, I need you. That's all you got to do this morning is say, Lord, I need you. And He'll be right there. Listen, my heart had to open up. My mouth never said a word that Sunday morning. But my heart cried out, and my heart knew what to say because the Lord put the words there. The Lord will put the words in your heart this morning. All you got to do, as I already said, is just be willing just to step out. Just step out this morning and just see what He'll do for you. Listen, if I could do it for you, I would. But I can't this morning. I cannot save you. And then you can't come and shake my hand and get saved. You can't come sign a card and get saved. And if you got it that way, I'm sorry to tell you, but you don't have it. You just don't have it. You have to be begotten by the Word, and you have to be washed in the blood of the Lamb. You have to be. There ain't no other way around it. So let Him wash you this morning. He'll wash you as white as snow. That's as far as the Lord wants me to go. Somebody come get your song. Well, what are you going to do? One day I will see Him. One day. The Bible says that every knee and every eye shall see, every knee shall bow and every eye shall see Jesus. But only the pure in heart shall see God. I'm going to see God. Are you going to be able to do that? Or is He going to have to say, depart from me?
Praise Him, Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Bless the Lord.
Bless the Lord. Listen, if you feel like you need it when you come around this altar, just drop it. We'll run out and pray with you.
Low on my knees, you may run short of faith. You may feel so unworthy. You can stop and pray. You may feel life's destroyed, and you're about to give up. Oh, be strong, for you'll never run out of the blood. For it covers forever for the rest of our days, and it places protection in the past that we take. And forever to these bones turn to the dust. Oh, my friend, you'll never run out of the blood. I know that you struggle in your life every day. Seems all you work for ain't come away, and you're running out of patience, running out of love. Oh, be strong, for you'll never run out of the blood. For it covers forever for the rest of our days, and it places protection in the past that we made. And forever to these bones return to the dust. Oh, my friend, you'll never run out of the blood.